Remote work is here to stay, and so are the distractions. Dogs barking, kids yelling, and the Wi-Fi doing the hokey pokey. But despite it all, some remote teams are thriving, like getting your job done in your PJs. I'm wearing my PJs, than you do in the office, and kind of thriving. So how do you actually 10 times your team's productivity without turning into a micromanager or losing your mind? Well, today I'm sharing with you 8 powerful strategies that make your remote team unstoppable. And stick around because number 6 especially is a game changer. And if you want to implement these strategies with remote teams that just gets things done with no babysitting required, then listen up, because at Outsourcing Angel, we enable businesses to hire high-performing remote talent who work smart, communicate clearly, and hit the ground running. If that sounds like what you're looking for, you can book a free discovery call with us and we'll build you a remote dream team so you can hit your revenue goals faster and more. All right, now on to the good stuff. Number 1, set the ground rules. Remote work shouldn't be each man for themselves. Your team needs structure. So you need to decide where and when conversations happen. For example, you could use Slack for day-to-day communications, email for more of the formal stuff, and then Zoom for more in-depth conversations and meetings. And speaking of Zoom, you also need to set your meeting rhythms, especially if you've got teams across different time zones. So you need to have like a reoccurring weekly marketing meeting, for example. Do you need to do it at Wednesday at 10 a.m. every day? Maybe your company-wide monthly meetings need to happen every second week of the month. It might sound boring, but consistency does make your business run smoother and faster, and it can only happen when everyone knows the rhythm of the work and they're all on the same page. Number 2, embrace asynchronous communication. Just because you're online doesn't mean you need to be available 24/7. Asynchronous work lets people reply when they're not actually focused, not when they're juggling their toddler or sorting out a parcel delivery. If you need to explain detailed instructions to your staff or give feedback on an output, you can use Loom or voice notes. So with Loom, for example, you can just hit record on your screen, walk someone through a task with your webcam and screen sharing on, and then hit send. It's super easy. Voice notes are basically the same thing, but without the visuals. Using these tools at your disposal builds flexibility and responsibility, and you just need to set deadlines for projects and you're golden. Number 3, stop having so many meetings. Too many remote teams think that more meetings equals more productivity, but that's just not true. All it does is give you Zoom fatigue and build up resentment too. So to avoid that, every meeting should have 3 things. First, a clear agenda with bullet points. Is the meeting going to go over your metrics last week? Is it going to introduce everyone to a new process? You need to hammer it out before you have the meeting so you don't wing it on the spot. Second, a time limit. We are not writing the next Star Wars here, so if you need to brainstorm something, you can set aside another time for that, because brainstorming takes way longer than a regular meeting. You must follow the meeting agenda on time. And most importantly, you need to check if you really need to have that meeting, or you can just send out an email instead. So to make most out of your meeting time, you can even record a Loom video for any updates that you have to share company-wide, and then everyone can watch that before the meeting or in their own time. But by the time you hop in the Zoom call, it's going to be about decision-making and real-time collaboration. Now, doesn't that sound much more efficient? Number 4, use project management tools properly. Whenever you log into work, do people always ask you, hey, where's that file? Hey, where's that link again? This needs to stop. You need to use project management tools properly. Your team's going to pick one and you just have to stick with it. Then you can create dashboards to keep track of tasks, set priorities, use status tags like in progress, published, or ready for review. This is exactly what we do on Notion, and tools like these are remote teams' headquarters, so make sure no one gets lost in it. Number 5, build a culture of trust, not surveillance. Now, your team doesn't need surveillance software, they need support. When it comes to remote work, trust is the currency of high-performing teams. Meanwhile, micromanagement is often just very expensive noise. So what does this mean for you? This means that you should focus more on outcomes, celebrate wins, recognize initiatives, and make it okay to speak up when someone's stuck. A culture of trust keeps your team engaged, motivated, and accountable, and without you having to breathe down their necks. When people feel trusted, they do perform better too, and that's why we have a very low turnover rate, even though we've been working remotely for over 10 years. Number 6, prioritize clear communication. When in doubt, spell it out. Remember, you're not in an office, so you don't get that tone or body language or that raised eyebrow from across the desk. But good news is you can use emojis, voice notes, funny GIFs, and even bullet points to make remote work clear, friendly, and less robotic. And if you're worried about repeating yourself, that happens in a physical office too. But with remote work, you can circle back to an actual written conversation in your screen, so it's easier to double check the details instead of relying on fuzzy memories or going off he said, she said. Number 7, automate the small stuff. Doing the same repetitive task every single day is a major productivity killer. Remote teams thrive when they stop wasting brain power on things that AI can do better. So you can automate things like meeting reminders, social media scheduling, client onboarding, and invoice follow-ups, and more. You can do this using tools like Zapier, Calendly, or Make to automate these things, and this way you get more time for the deep work. Number 8, hire the right remote talent. Now here's the thing, you cannot 10 times your productivity with a team that needs hand-holding every 10 minutes. You need more proactive, self-managing humans who take ownership, communicate clearly, and who knows how to Google stuff. At Outsourcing Angel, we specialize in matching businesses with offshore staff who just get it. They don't just tick tasks for you and then twiddle their thumbs afterwards waiting for your reply. They take initiatives, solve your problems, and make your life easier. So just go to outsourcingangel.com/discovery or click the link in the description below to book a free discovery call with us, and we'll find someone for your business. And if you like this video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and share this video for more helpful tips. Until next time.